Obviously, it goes without saying, folks, a lot of parking bans, cancellations for good reasons, so the plow truck drivers can clear your roads off nicely. So please, if your car is there on the road, sweep everything off, get it off the road so the plow truck drivers can do their thing. Cancellations, they're all running there on the bottom of your screen. No services this morning. Catholic Mass, which we air here on ABC6, is scheduled to run at 11 o'clock. So if you missed church this morning and you don't like that, well, we have an option for you. At 11 o'clock, we have our Catholic Mass, which has aired for decades here on ABC6. We're proud to say that. And it will be airing today at 11 o'clock. And you can also go to our abc6.com website to find out if you're in cancellation is there or not there and you want to find out and you see it going across the screen, you say, oh, it's too fast, I missed it. You don't want to wait to see it come around again. Just go to abc6.com. They're all there. You can take your time and look at it as you will. I want to take another look at the traffic now as it is across the state. This is ABC6 traffic powered by Twin River Casino. Now, this gives us a nice look, a little montage as we jump from one spot to another across the state to see exactly how the DOTs, we can actually grade them in the job they're doing. This is Route 10 at Reservoir Avenue, and this is always a slick spot. I know I grew up in that area, and that is always an area where, for whatever reason, people want to come off 95 and really hit the gas there, and it's not really a good idea. But you can see down to pavement, on one side anyway, maybe cars keep running over the same spot, and that's good. Different story there on the other side of Route 10 by Reservoir Ave. But that gives you a good idea what things are like there. 95 at East Street in Pawtucket, and this is great because we haven't seen a lot of shots north of Providence, but this is Pawtucket by East Street, and looks like a bunch of cars have been stuck as the parade of plow trucks makes its way down 95 southbound, and now they're free to roam and make their go as they were backed up behind those plow trucks. But that's good to see the plow trucks out there, DOT crews doing what they can to get in front of this. And as Fred had mentioned, we're on the other side of it now, folks, so the intensity has lessened, which is good news, and it's not falling as quickly, but the wind gusts are still there, and that will make for some problems if you shovel or plow. You clean it off, and then all of a sudden it comes back in again. But nonetheless, we're on the other side of it now, so that's good news. It's 195, the Washington Bridge, and this is so much better than it was not that long ago. 195 westbound, looking good. Eastbound, a little bit different story, but westbound down to pavement there, that's good news. I came in this morning, 5:30, 5:45, and much different story. Really, if there were more than 2 or 3 cars on the road at that time, there would have been problems. But fortunately, there weren't, because there was no place to go. You certainly couldn't see the stripes on the road and know where to go and how to space yourself and pace yourself. But good job there. That looks a lot better, significantly improved. And do we have any more traffic cameras? Is that it right now? All right, we do have pictures. We've been asking for you to become citizen journalists, if you would, and take a few moments, get one of those beautiful cameras you have, and take a picture for us and send it in to us at abc6.com. And this is Westport. Beautiful scene there. Looks like it's out someone's backyard, but the snow totals, I don't know if Fred has had snow totals from Westport or not. I can ask him. He's joining me now. But
still waiting to hear from Westport.
Still waiting to hear from Westport. And what's the latest in Bristol? Fred campaign, the Bristol Companion should not be having to solicit a response from Bristol.
Well, no, we've had 14 inches reported
14
from
at
Bristol.
least.
So,
but that's got to be higher
than
that.
We want to go to one more picture. If you take the weather graphics, you'll see the snow is buddy deep, they say.
Buddy deep?
Yes. It's buddy deep in Warwick. So
that's a great shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot right there. Thanks for sending.
Dogs are loving it. Little kids are loving it. Big kids are loving it.
Yeah, it's not the hardest snow to clear because it's not particularly heavy. It's not a real dense snow. We were talking about the official snowfall totals. TF Green, you said, oh, it's got to be over a foot. Well, as of 7 o'clock this morning, it was 10.5 inches, actually. It was the latest update from the Weather Service. So we'll see. Might not sneak up above a foot at TF Green Airport. So many reports of more than that, but again, I mean, there are different ways to measure snow, and always TF Green seems to be a little bit lower with the way they measure the snow over there. Some of our viewers probably sticking that ruler in the deepest snow that they can find, and then, you know, they want to, for whatever reason, people want to say they have the most snow in their yard. That's just the way it is.
That's fun, but I would be stunned if they don't get at least 12 inches officially. I mean,
I think it's going to be right around 12, 13, somewhere.
Yeah, I would think so anyway. All right, Fred, we're going to take a break. Stay with us. You're watching ABC6's live coverage of Blizzard 2009 on ABC6 News Channel 5. And we do want to mention you can see us streaming live on abc6.com. You say, why would I want to do that? Well, you watch this on ABC6, that's great, but call your friends, family members in different parts of the country and tell them, hey, you got to see what's going on here in Rhode Island. They can do that by watching us on abc6.com. And also, again, we've been saying this, and take a picture, send it in to us at news@abc6.com. We'll take a break. We'll see you in just a minute.
ABC6 Storm Tracker coverage is brought to you by Clean Care of New England and Flint Audio Video.
This New Year's Eve weekend, Twin River is the only place to celebrate. See Greg Allman rock the Twin River Event Center or dance with world premiere band at the Lighthouse Bar. Enjoy dining specials at Fred and Steve's Steakhouse and a special New Year's buffet. And of course, the best gaming in New England with virtual blackjack and roulette and over 4,700 slot machines.
Warwick, and they keep on coming in. Thanks for sending them in. And the viewer storm reports keep pouring in as well. I want to thank some viewers actually by name for those. So we asked for northwestern Rhode Island. Well, Janine Pasco sent in her report. You'll see that on the map in just a minute.
All right.
We asked for an update from Tiverton.
Yes.
And the Dumonts sent that in. So thank you so much for that. And you were needling me about Bristol not being represented.
Yes.
And Dave's taking an accurate measurement down there. He says a very accurate measurement from a sheltered area. And we have an updated Bristol snowfall total to show you.
I look forward to seeing what those totals are, because I know it's higher than what it was there earlier. There's no question.
Yeah. And our viewers always come through and keep coming through. Go to our website, abc6.com. On the weather page, there's a link on there to send in those storm reports. Send us your viewer pictures, news@abc6.com. My email address, fcompanion@abc6.com. We'll get them on the air during our coverage. And there are some of our DOT camps right now. We're looking at what, Route 2 at 295. So snow-packed for sure out that way, but conditions are improving. The visibility certainly a lot better than it was. Still snowing out there. Even here in Providence, the visibility really has improved over the last couple of hours, so that is a good sign. Let's see if we can flip it over to the storm tracker here and check out what's going on. And the heaviest snow is indicated by this yellowish shading out here. Talked about this heavy band setting up right now over Cape Cod, Dennis area, it looks like, and heading, it'll be heading basically from north to south, so it's going to continue to feed in. Notice, though, a lot lighter shading showing up, not much at all right now in eastern Connecticut, probably just some flurries showing up there. Still some reasonably heavy snow right now over Narragansett Bay, so Aquidneck Island across the Sakonnet River to Tiverton into Little Compton. You're still picking up and accumulating snow, but the storm is basically on schedule. The heavier snow has come to an end for everyone except for southeastern Massachusetts, and it will continue to wind down throughout the remainder of this morning. All right, updated snowfall totals. Let's check them out. 19 inches, Hopkinton, 15 inches for Westerly, 17 for Narragansett. Once again, in order to get an accurate measurement, you either have to get into an area that was really sheltered from the wind, or you need to take several measurements and then take the average of those measurements. 22 inches reported Kingston, 18 for Newport, 20. There's the update for Tiverton. From the Dumonts, 19 inches of snow. Dave in Bristol says now 15 inches of snow on the ground. Around 10 and a half, 11 inches at TF Green Airport. So still not a foot officially at TF Green, but just about everywhere else, people are measuring more than a foot. Janine, thanks for the 16-inch report from up in Pasco. Notice there's really not much of a rhyme or reason to the snowfall totals, the blowing, the drifting. It's a widespread 12 to 18-inch snowfall. If anything, I'd say the highest totals that we're getting in are from the western part of Rhode Island through basically west to east, straight through Aquidneck Island to Little Compton and to Tiverton. And that actually stretches all the way now. Fairhaven reporting 18 inches of snow, and still waiting to hear from our friends on Cape Cod who are still getting pounded with the snow. We'll look for some updated snowfall totals later in the morning. Upper teens to low 20s out there, 21 right now in Providence. Temperatures are in the mid-20s on the Cape. That's where the winds are the strongest. That's where the snow is the heaviest. We've been watching these wind arrows shift to the northwest. That's an indication that the storm is starting to pull away from us some. The wind still gusting over 50 miles an hour on Nantucket. The peak gust that I saw from any of these observing stations was almost a couple of hours ago now, and it was 61 miles per hour in Martha's Vineyard. It's been over 50 miles an hour a few times on Nantucket and over 50 miles an hour at times on the Cape. 21 miles an hour for Providence and for Westerly, still enough to blow the snow around a bit. Wind chills 2 below up in Worcester, single digits in Rhode Island and southeastern Mass. So when the kids go out to play this morning, make sure that they're bundled up, and should be no problems out there. The temperature